The doctor swore up and down that the calculations he did before doing cataract surgery on this patient were 100% accurate. Why then would the doctor and his insurance company pay my client almost $750,000 to settle her case? You want to know the answer? Come join me as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. The doctor convinces the patient she needs cataract surgery. Cataract is a clouding of the lens, and now during cataract surgery the doctor removes the lens and now puts in a new one called an intra-ocular lens. But before they can do that, the doctor has to take measurements to determine what strength the lens needs to be. So now during the course of surgery they have the correct power lens to put in. So the surgery goes fine. The next day the patient returns to the office and the doctor takes the patch off and says, "What do you see?" She says, "Nothing. I just see shapes and I see black and white. That's it." So now the doctor says, "Don't worry, let's give you some drops, let's give it some time. Come back to me over the next couple of days and let's see how you do." Over the course of the next 2 weeks, the patient comes back with the same exact complaints. She can't see, the drops aren't helping. And now the doctor begins to question whether or not the power, the lens that he put in, was the correct one. So now he recalculates, and now he retests the patient and says, "You know what? I think I may have miscalculated, but let's go ahead and take you into surgery again, so now I'm going to swap out and put in a new lens." Patient says, "Fine, I want my vision back. I'll do anything I have to." Well, surgery is done, the lenses are swapped out, but the doctor has a problem. He encounters a complication taking out that first lens. And he doesn't realize it at that moment, but he caused significant damage to her cornea and to her retina. So now, after the patch is removed a day later, doctor says, "What do you see?" She says, "Nothing. I just see light and gray, and that's it." And now he sends her off to different specialists, a cornea specialist, a retina specialist. And they all say the same thing, "Let's give it some time." So weeks and months go by, and now after all this time that goes by, you know what happens? Her doctors come to her and say, "This is not getting better, this is permanent." So the question becomes, why did this patient have a problem with the intraocular lens? Why was she unable to see after the first surgery? So now my client brings a lawsuit against this doctor, and I had an opportunity to question him during his pretrial question and answer session known as a deposition. And the doctor swore to me during this question and answer session that he calculated everything correctly the first time. I said, "If you calculated everything correctly the first time, why then did you go ahead, do a second surgery, and swap out the lens?" He said, "Well, I thought the patient was having a problem, and I thought by giving her a different lens, it might improve her vision." Doctor, when you put in the second lens, isn't it true you gave her a different strength lens? Yes. Why would you give her a different strength lens if your calculations were correct the first time? To which he had difficulty answering that question. And the reality was he miscalculated that lens the very first time. The other problem here was that the doctor never should have recommended a cataract surgery for this particular patient. The patient's problems that she was experiencing did not rise to the level where she really needed cataract surgery at that moment. Nor was this a medical judgment call by the doctor to say, "Hey, listen, I'm deciding among a number of different options, all of which are medically acceptable. I want you and I recommend that you have cataract surgery." That's not the case here. According to our board-certified ophthalmology experts, they all told me that this patient never, ever should have been a candidate for cataract surgery. So why do I share this interesting story with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding about one instance where I was able to help one injured patient obtain compensation because a doctor was careless. You know, I realize you're watching this video because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but you have questions that need to be answered first, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer questions just like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a fantastic day.